Hello, welcome to my channel. Okay, today is my birthday. It's August 14. If you see this video, yeah, it's my birthday and I decided why not doing a book haul because I just received a package, some books that I ordered online. I also love to thrift my books. I love to buy from local bookstores, but I also love bookoutlet.ca. I live in Canada, if you don't know me. And yes, I decided to let's do a book haul. If I'm looking down, it's because I'm recording on Riverside and I'm always so confused. I always sometimes forget to look at the camera. Also, my cat is right here. His name is Jack. He loves to sit here, and when I'm working, I'm a photographer and I edit on, this is my office. So he loves to sit there by the window and just have a nap. He's currently watching me. He doesn't understand that I am not talking to him, but I'm talking to a camera, which is very weird to him for him. Anyway, let's keep going. The first book, I'm just going to go through them and show you the cover. This is a beautiful cover, A Poisoner's Tale. Poisoner's Tale. So I got this one because I love historical fiction. I'm just going to read you the blurb. Julia is 13 when she learns her mother's greatest secret. Theophania makes an indetectable lethal poison, aqua tofana, that she uses to free the broken and abused women of Palermo. Soon, Julia realizes that in a time when women have no voice, justice is sometimes but best served in a cup. Love this. I do love some historical fiction where a woman takes her power back. I love it. Call me a feminist if you want, but this is one of those books that I can't wait to read. I love a good drama. I love a hero's journey, especially when the main character is a woman. There's so many like historical fiction books that I can recommend. I can't wait to read this one. So this is based on I think a real person. Look at this guy. Based on the life of the real Julia Tofana, thought to be the first female serial killer in history. A Poisoner's Tale is a story of magic, secrets, vengeance, and sin in the backstreets of Rome, and ultimately a fight for power. Can't wait to read this, so adding this to my TBR. Okay, next. This one is, I kept seeing it on I'm not really on TikTok anymore, but I'm on YouTube a lot and Instagram, and I kept seeing this book showing up. And again, I love historical fiction, so I was like, well, I have to read this one because this is historical fiction. Lonesome Dove. So I can't wait to read this. I know it's about more like Western. Actually, don't even know the blurb. A love story and adventure and an epic of the frontier. Larry's McMurtry's Pulitzer Prize winning classic Lonesome Dove, the third book in the Lonesome Dove tetralogy. Okay, so actually I might have to get the other ones. Is the grandest novel ever written about the last defiant wilderness of America. Journey to the dusty little Texas town of Lonesome Dove and meet an unforgettable assortment of heroes and outlaws, warhorses, and ladies, Indians and settlers. Also, if I say words wrong, I'm literally like not discovering those words, but English is not my first language. My first language is French, so sometimes when I read out loud, I say words the way I see them, but I know in the English language there is a different pronunciation. So I apologize. Don't get offended. Usually I'm able to like catch the real pronunciation, but sometimes it's like, oh wait, that's not how you pronounce this word. Even if the letters to me, this is how you should pronounce it. But that's a story for another day. So richly authentic, beautifully written, always dramatic, Lonesome Dove is a book to make us laugh, weep, dream, and remember. So again, right up my alley. Historical fiction, drama, family drama. I love a sad book. I love something that is really like going to make me sob. I'm just gonna put them here because the pile is gonna fall at some point. So yeah, I do love something very dramatic, very a little bit sad, let's be honest. I love a sad book. And the next one apparently is going to give me all of this. Not historical fiction, but literary fiction. The Best Worst Thing by Lauren Okie. I kept seeing this book showing up, and people be like, this book destroyed me. It was so sad. And I'm like, sign me up. Sign me up. And this book is going to be very interesting because, yeah, it's about cheating, marriage. So Nicole Spire has a pretty amazing life. At least that's what she tells herself. She's got a beautiful house, a relatively successful fertility podcast, and a perfect husband, Gabe. The only thing that's less than ideal is a years long struggle with infertility and how, with every passing day, she and Gabe seem to drift a little further apart. But then, mere hours after a Hail Mary embryo transfer to a gestational carrier, Nicole discovers has been sleeping with their dog walker, and her world turns in upside down. Not inside out, but I mean, maybe. Suddenly, a jobless, childless, and husbandless Nicole finds herself at the doorstep of somebody she tried to say goodbye to a long time ago. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but you get it. The best, worst thing. Again, can't wait to have my heart broken over this beautiful story. Yeah, so I love it. Okay, I'm going to switch. This is the next one. This one, you know what? I got it because I love the cover. Not gonna lie. I just love the cover. And again, I think it is a family drama or like someone's drama. So I'm like, yeah, okay, that sounds like a great fit for my taste. I did I did hear, oh my god. I did hear about Claire Lombardo from I think Reese Witherspoon's book club. Hello Sunshine, I think. I've never read anything by her, but I've been curious. I think the other books that she wrote, they're not telling me what else she wrote. Anyway, I've been curious about this author, and I feel like this is maybe something that I would really enjoy. So the pitch is: after a youth marked by upheaval and emotional turbulence, Julia Ames has found herself on the placid plateau of midlife. I love a story about a midlife crisis. She has never navigated the world without the equanimity of her current privileged class, and she's nearly derailed herself several times, making desperate bids for the kind of connection that always felt inaccessible to her. But she finally feels, at age 57, that she has a firm handle on things. She's unprepared, though, for what comes next. A surprise announcement from her straight arrow son and an impending separation from her spiky teenage daughter and a seductive resurgence of the past, all of which threaten to draw her back into the patterns that had previously kept her on a razor's edge. Again, I feel like this is going to be so dramatic. Lots of relationships, struggles, and drama. Love it. Can't wait. Okay, the next one and last one is Evicted by Matthew Desmond. So I kept seeing this book, not a lot, but mentioned because I watched the TV show Made on Netflix recently. And this TV show destroyed me. Like I felt so much rage watching this show that I was like, what's going on? The things that this poor woman goes through, the system, the DV, I'm not gonna say the word here. She's just trying to like survive and she just get punched over and over again. So I started and then I learned, okay, this is from a book. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll read the book. And people kept saying, okay, well, the book is not amazing. So, and then someone mentioned this book, it's not a fiction, it's nonfiction, but it's by a sociologist who worked with families in poverty. And so this book is apparently very well researched, and I love a good well researched book. And yeah, it's about, okay, let me read the blurb again. Sometimes it's easier for me to read the blurb than trying to explain to you, because again, English is not my first language. So it's sometimes finding the words are hard. So, okay, in this brilliant, heartbreaking book, Matthew Desmond takes us into the poorest neighborhoods of Milwaukee to tell the story of 8 families on the edge. Arlene is a single mother trying to raise her 2 sons on the $20 a month she has left after paying for their rundown apartment. Scott is a gentle nurse consumed by a heroin addiction. Lamar, a man with no legs and a neighborhood full of boys to look after, tries to work his way out of debt. Vanetta participates in a botched stick-up after her hours are cut. All are spending almost everything they have on rent, and all have fallen behind. Oh my God. So yes, so this is the story of Evicted, Poverty and Profit in the American City. And this is very, like the topic is, I mean, current. I want to say trendy, but that's terrible. This book is from 2016, and we're like 10 years ago. Yes, 2020. We are in 2026, and I'm like I'm going to read this and I'm going to be outraged and I'm going to be mad, but that's okay. It's all good. We love to learn. We love to learn, and we love to have information to make decisions after that, to not keep doing those things, and yeah, to change things and be aware. So I'm very excited to read all of those books. Yeah, this is a very quick video because I think my last video was starting a book club where I was supposed to share my books, and I did not do it. It's really hard to create for YouTube when, I'm a photographer, so I create for other people. I create photo shoots, branding photo shoots. So it's really hard for me to show up after doing the work for others, to show up for my own YouTube channel and to be like, yeah, now I'm going to sit in front of the camera and film a bunch of content. So I'm trying to get back to this, and maybe I need to really get over the perfection and just post and just film like that, talk a little bit, and then post, and not be worried about I don't have makeup on, my setup is not perfect, things like that. Oh, I love that the word, sorry, here, drama. It says romantic drama. That's totally me. I love this. Yeah, like I feel like sometimes we sabotage ourselves because we're thinking this is not perfect. This needs to look like this. This needs to look like that. When actually, like people just want to see you showing up, and they just want to hear from you. I consume a lot of YouTube content, and most of the time people are just filming in their car with their phone, and I'm never really thinking about it. I'm never being like, oh, this is such a bad quality, we'll never watch this person again. No, of course I appreciate like beautiful, setup and things like that, and studios, and the great, like the very edited content. I love that. And at the same time, sometimes I just want to get a really good book recommendation, or see what someone got at the thrift store, or what someone is like doing in their craft room, and I don't really care about the perfect setup or the perfect studio. I only care about, okay, well, tell me more. I want to know. I'm nosy. I want to know what you got. I want to know what you're reading. So this is what I'm trying to do. So if you have read any of these books, I will list them in the caption, in my description. Let me know what you're thinking. If you have good recommendations based on what you just saw, let me know. I am always looking for new books to read. I am on Goodreads, I am on Fable. I will add my links into the description of this video, and I will try my best to create another one. If you want me to do a video on a specific book that I showed you today, or something that I read that you saw on my Goodreads or account or Fable account, let me know. I'm very happy to do that. And also, I am thinking of doing like a video about underrated historical fiction books, because I feel like I read a lot of them, and sometimes I'm surprised that people have never heard of them. So this is maybe a video that I will do next if you are interested. I also read a lot of nonfiction. memoirs or about different topics. So I can also do that. But thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, if you see this video, say hi. If you love cats, not that Jack is gonna be on camera, he's sleeping right now. But if you love books, cats, thrifting, let me know. Just say hi and I'm happy to have you here. So thank you so much for watching this video and go read your book now. Okay, bye.